Radhe Radhe, Dandavat Pranam. Welcome to Shri Shri Radha Vino Bihari Mandir, Gopinath Bhavan, Shri Vrindavan Dham. Shri Gurudev ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Rupan Gauri Guru Varga ki jai, Pati Pavan Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Prem Purushotam Shachinandan Gaur Hari ki jai, Radha Vino Bihari Ju ki jai, Radha Ramana Ju ki jai, Giriraj Maharaj ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So we will begin with Mangalacharan, page 1 of this book, Shri Gauriya Giti Guccha, Vandeham, Shri Guru, Shri Yuta Padakamalam. And if you stay through to the end, you will receive close-up darshan of Thakurji in refreshed Shringar. Every day, more and more beautiful. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamshcha Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnanam Janashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Shri Mad Bhakti Vedantu Narayanitti Namine Shri Krishna Leela Katane Sudaksham Audarya Madhurya Gunashcha Yuktam Varam Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tvam Shirashan Namami Tridandinam Bhakta Shiromanim Cha Shri Krishna Padanam Jivitaika Hrindi Chaitanya Leelamrita Sarasaram Narayanam Tvam Satatam Prapadye Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanto Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namah Vishnupadaya Gaura Presthaya Bhutale Shri Shri Mad Bhakti Pragyano Keshava Yukti Namine Ati Madhya Charitrayo Swashritanam Shapanine Jiva Dukhe Sadanatayo Shri Nama Premadayine Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanto Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varshabhanani Devi Dayitaya Kripabhale Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namaha माधुर्योज्ज्वल प्रेमाभ्य श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिदा श्रीगौरकरुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनपालिने रूपानुगतिरुधाप सिद्धान्तध्वन्तहारिणे। नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षान्मयिनाम्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्भरसम्बोधे पदम्बुजायते नमः। नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगमनायते। गौराविर्भावभूमेस्त्वं निर्दिष्ट सजनप्रिया वैष्णवः सर्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरद्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जयतां सुरतोपङ्गो मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदम्बोजो राधा मदनमोहनो दिव्यवृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमः श्रीमद्रत्नागारसिंहासनस्थो श्रीराधा श्रीगोविन्ददेवो प्रेष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानो स्मरामि। श्रीमन्द्रसरसारम्भी वंशीवन्तततस्थितः कर्षन्तेनुस्मरैर्गोपी गोपीनाथ श्रीस्तु नः। वृन्दाय तुलसीदेव्यै प्रियायै केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। चैतोदर्पणमार्जनं भवमहादावं निर्वापनं श्रेयकैरवचन्द्रिकावितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम्। आनन्दं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृताश्वाननं सर्वात्मस्वपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनम्। हरेर्नाम हरेर्नाम हरेर्नामेव केवलं खलु नस्त्येव 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 गतिरन्यथा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री गुरु चरण कमल भजमन। हे 359 in this songbook. And let me see, is Jiva Bhavana Prabhu there? Dandavat Pranam, all Vaishnavas. So if you don't have a songbook, Jiva Bhavana Prabhu will be posting the bhajans, as he always does, very kindly and mercifully, in the comment section of the thread so you can follow along. He also posts beautiful translations and beautiful commentaries, so watch out for them. So Devi's feeling a little bit down today, so she's here, but she's not physically participating, but by heart. She's right here. So I'll be playing Mridanga today. Shri Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Shri Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Charana भक्तों के दर्शन तो हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर एदा से करुणा करी हे वैष्णव ठाकुरो दयारो सागरो दासे करुणा कोरी वैष्णव ठाकुरो दयारो सागरो दासे करुणा कोरी दिया पदो Purushotam ছায়া শোধো হে আমায় তোমার চরণ ধরি বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর হে দাসে করুণা করি ও বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর হে দাসে করুণা করি ও ছায় বেগ তুমি ছায় দোষা শোধি ছায় গুণ দেহ দাসে ছায় বেগ তুমি ছায় দোষা শোধি ছায় গুণ দেহ দাসে ছয় সত সন্ন দেহ হে আমারে বসেছি সঙ্গে ছয় সত সন্ন দেহ হে আমারে বসেছি সঙ্গে ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর বিরাসে করুণা করি বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর বিরাসে করুণা করি একাকী আমার নাহি পাইব হরি নাম সংকীর্তনে একাকী আমার নাহি পাইব হরি নাম সংকীর্তনে তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া বিধ কৃষ্ণ Shuniyachi Sadhu Mukhe Bole Sarvajan, page 51. Shuniyachi sadhu mukhe bole sarvojana Shri Rupa kripayo mile yugala charana Shuniyachi sadhu Samar Rupa Sanatan, Jai Rupa Sanatan, Jai Rupa Sanatan, Jai Rupa Sanatan, Rupa Sanatan, Jai Rupa Sanatan. Prabhu Hey, 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 Prabhu Hey. Shri Rupa Goswami Pad Ki Jai, Shri Sanatan Goswami Pad Ki Jai. Ananda Kanda Nitai Chanda Aruna Noyana Karuna Chanda, page 62. Ananda Kanda Nitai Chanda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, O Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Ananda Kanda Nitai Chanda Aruna Nayana Karuna Chanda, Ananda Kanda Nitai Chanda Aruna Nayana भकत संग नत करंग भकत संग निविध भाषो रस तरंग नत करंग भकत संग विविध भाषो रस तरंग ईशत हासो मधुर भाषो ईशत हासो मधुर भाषो सघने गीमा दोलरे सघने गीमा दोलरे पतित कोर जपत दूर पतित कोर जपत गौर दीन रजनी आनंद भोर पतित कोर जपत गौर दीन रजनी आनंद भोर प्रेम रतन कोरिया जतन प्रेम रतन कोरिया जतन जग जने करु दान रे जग जने करु दान रे कीर्तन माझ रसिक राज कीर्तन माझ रसिक राज जय चरण कनया गिरिराज कीर्तन माझ रसिक राज जय चरण कनया गिरिराज ब्रज बिहारो रस विधारो ब्रज बिहारो रस विधारो मधुर मधुर गान रे मधुर मधुर गान रे धूलि धूसरो धरणी उपर धूलि धूसरो धरणी उपर कबहु लुथत प्रेमे गर गर धूलि धूसरो धरणी उपर कबहु लुथत प्रेमे गर गर कबहु चलत कबहु चेरत कबहु चलत कबहु चेरत कबहु अत हासरे कबहु अत हासरे कबहु सेदं कबहु चेदं कबहु सेदं कबहु चेदं कबहु पूरक स्वर विभेद कबहु सेदं कबहु चेदं कबहु पूरक बन्धु कलियुगतम पुराण इंदु करुणा सिंधु अखिल बन्धु कलियुगतम पुराण इंदु जगत लोचन पटल मोचन जगत लोचन पतल मोचन निताय पुरल आशरे निताय पुरल आशरे अन्धयतम दीन दूरजन अन्धयतम दीन दूरजन प्रेम दाने करुण मोचन अन्धयतम दीन दूरजन प्रेम दाने करुण मोचन पाल जगत केवल वांछित पाल जगत केवल वंचित हे राधा वल्लभ दास रे हे राधा वल्लभ दास रे हे राधा वल्लभ दास रे हे राधा वल्लभ दास आनंद बंदो निताय चंदो अरुण नयन करुण चंदो आनंद बंदो निताय चंदो अरुण नयन करुण चंदो नित्यानंद राम जय नित्यानंद राम नित्यानंद राम जय नित्यानंद राम जय नित्यानंद राम नित्यानंद राम नित्यानंद राम जय नित्यानंद राम निताय हे 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 गौर हे निताय हे गौर हे निताय हे गौर हे निताय हे गौर हे पति पावन श्री नित्यानंद गुरु की जय प्रेम पुरुषोत्तम सचिनंदन गौर हरि की जय Emon Gauranga Binanahi R, page 69. EMONA, Gauranga Binanahi R. And if you don't have a songbook, then just scroll to the most recent post of Jiva Pavana Prabhu, and there you will find the bhajan posted along with its translation and sometimes beautiful commentaries. Dandava Pranama Vaishnavas. Gaurango Vina Nahi Are Mo Gaurango Vina Nahi Are Mo Gaurango Vina Nahi Vrindavan Today, here in Vrindavan, we begin Purushotam Mas. That is the month of Krishna. Srila Gurudev said it is the supreme month along with Kartik. So Kartik is the month of Srimati Radhika, Urjavrat, and this Purushotam month is the month of Krishna. So we're going to try to sing a couple of Krishna bhajans. I ended up on Sharida Avijajal. That's not the one I was looking for. Let's sing Sri Madhurashtakam, page 293. Or whatever Jiva Pavana Prabhu posts in the comment section of the thread. Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram Mamitam madhuram shamitam madhuram Mamitam madhuram shamitam madhuram Madhuradipaterakilam madhuram Madhuradipaterakilam madhuram Ganga madhura Mala madhura Yamuna madhura Vichi madhura Gunja madhura Mala madhura Yamuna madhura Vichi madhura Salilam madhuram Kamalam madhuram Salilam madhuram Kamalam madhuram Madhuradipaterakilam madhuram Madhuradipaterakilam madhuram Gopi madhura Leela madhura Lokam madhuram Bhukam madhuram Gopi madhura Leela madhura Lokam madhuram Bhukam madhuram Krishnam madhuram Shrishtam madhuram Krishnam madhuram Shrishtam madhuram Madhuradipaterakilam madhuram Madhuradipaterakilam madhuram Gopa madhura Kamo madhura Yashti madhura Shrishti madhura Gopa madhura Kamo madhura Yashti madhura Shrishti madhura Dalitam madhuram Phalitam madhuram Dalitam madhuram Phalitam madhuram Madhuradipaterakilam madhuram Madhuradipaterakilam madhuram Padaram madhuram Nayanam madhuram Hasitam madhuram Adharam madhuram Vadanam madhuram Nayanam madhuram Hasitam madhuram Hridayam madhuram Gamanam madhuram Hridayam madhuram since there's not too much more time, after Radhika, we'll do one Dhuni Kirtan with Hare Krishna. Dhuni Kirtan means like Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai, that is easy to follow along with, or Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala. So, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, page 341. I'm not ready to sing that tune yet, so we're going to switch to another one. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe, Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite.
Krishna Krishna Hare
वर्ग की जय, पति पावन श्री नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, प्रेम पुरुषोत्तम सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि की जय, राधा बिनु बिहारी जी की जय, राधा रमन जी की जय, गिरिराज महाराज की जय, हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, श्री पुरुषोत्तम मास की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, ताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्रीश्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्तनारायणेति नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनेति नामिने। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं, यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। First of all, I offer my Dandavat Pranam thousands of times in the dust of the lotus feet of our beloved Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashto Tarashata Shri Srimad Shri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. In the same thousands of Dandavat Pranam in the dust of the lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashto Tarashata Shri Srimad Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada, and to all of our Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga. And I also offer my Dandavat Pranam to all Vaishnavas, past, present, and future, including all of you who are present with us today. My Dandavat Pranam. Dandavat. I miss Sudevi saying Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
There you go.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Jai all Vaishnavas. So today is a very interesting day for all of us. Why interesting? Because according to one's adhikar or qualification, Shastra gives so many different instructions. So what we can find in Shastra can fulfill or satisfy any desire according to our own subjective evolution of consciousness. Just look in Bhagavad Gita. There, Krishna is giving so many different ideas to Arjuna according to where he might be. Krishna is talking to him about different kinds of meditation. He's talking to him about doing yoga, focusing his eyes on the tip of his nose, breathing in and out, pranayama, and all sorts of things. Different kinds of paths and processes. Process of Gyan, the process of Dhyan, meditation, knowledge. So many different paths Krishna is telling. Why? Because not everyone has progressed on the same level. When Krishna chooses to show his mercy to any particular jiva, that's when they begin to awaken. So gradual progression takes place. And where one human is or might be on their level of progress, another human may not be. And I think that's quite obvious. If we're a little bit open and honest, we can see that there are different levels of progression of spiritual consciousness. For some, they follow the Karmakanda section of the Vedas. And when they're following that section of the Vedas, then they will perform all of those activities which are prescribed, which will yield specific results. So I'm doing these activities which are mentioned in the scriptures to attain particular kinds of results. Worship this deva, get this kind of wealth. Worship this deva and get this kind of health. Worship this deva and I can maybe alleviate my suffering a little bit. Worship this one and I can be assured of attaining Svarga in my next life or in 100 lifetimes, means the heavenly planets. So many different aspects and ideas are mentioned in the scriptures. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the Vedas are like a vast ocean. And in that ocean there are so many different waves, coral reefs, dangerous creatures. Today, a devotee from Hawaii posted a video, I guess it was taken from a drone, of the ocean there. And there was a person swimming there and a shark was swimming around him. But there was a big school of fish there. So the shark was interested in the fish. But anyhow, there was a shark swimming around this person in the water. And for some reason, I just forgot why I said that. So, no, that's because Mahaprabhu said that there's so many dangerous creatures. And these creatures are like sharks and alligators and so many things, and they can come and they can devour you. So just adhering to the scriptures or the Vedas can be quite a dangerous proposition if we are not under proper guidance. So for certain personalities, because of their own subjective evolution of consciousness, this is a term that Srila Bhakti-Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj gave. Each individual is progressing according to their own level and capacity. And sometimes it just seems like, wow, how can that person not understand? They can't seem to get over their rut, that little hurdle. They just can't seem to get past it. It might not be their time yet. And others might seem to be running so fast. And then at a certain point, they have their hurdles. So we don't know where anyone's hurdle is. Sri Guru, the pure Vaishnavas, Krishna, they can see everything. And they know how to adjust everyone according to their level. Maybe this group here is associating with this particular personality because they were cheaters in a previous life and now they need to be cheated. Maybe it's their karma. So we don't know how everything is orchestrated on the grand scale. Anyhow, so for different sectors of population, different prescriptions have been given. Srila Gurudev Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj explained that if you ask most of the people who do Govardhan Parikrama, why are you doing Govardhan Parikrama? They will tell you it's for health, for wealth, for a beautiful husband or a beautiful wife or nice children or so many other reasons other than bhakti. And even you will see that so many are building houses, mansions, multi-level buildings out of Giriraj stones, the Shilas. They build them and then they pray to Giriraj. Oh Giriraj, in the scriptures it is said that you are Sarva Vishva Pradata. You can fulfill any desire. Please fulfill my desire and give me so much wealth in a 7-story mansion. So for them, they have faith in Giriraj. The Giriraj will fulfill their desires. However, for us who came under the guidance of Gurudev, Srila Gurudev said, don't do. He said, you will build yourself a prison that you yourself will be trapped in. So, for them, he said, though, however, gradually they will develop more faith. That, oh, Giriraj is fulfilling my desires. My desires are manifesting. Oh, what else does the scripture say about Giriraj? Oh, he can give this, he can give that. And gradually, by developing progressive faith in Giriraj, one will understand the true treasure that Giriraj has to give. And that true treasure is, please allow me entrance into the transcendental pastimes to serve Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. Please give me residence at your lotus feet. Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam. please accept me and allow me to witness the transcendental pastimes of Radha and Krishna within your caves. So many, what is it? Pramada madana lila kandare kandarete rachayati nabayunor dvandvamasmin namandam itikila kalanartam lagna kastvad nija nikata nivasam dehi govardhanatvam. Please allow me to witness and serve in these transcendental pastimes. This is the highest gift that Giriraj or Govardhan can grant. So just like that person who came to Sanatana Goswami after doing intense austerities, praying to Lord Shiva for great wealth. He was praying for great wealth, the greatest wealth. So Lord Shiva appeared to him and said, there's one Baba in Vrindavan, Sanatana Goswami, you should go see him there. He will give you the greatest wealth. So this man ran to Sanatana Goswami. Oh, Sanatana Goswami, I had darshan of Lord Shiva. I prayed intensely for a long time. He finally appeared to me and he told me to come to you, that you have the greatest wealth. Do you have some wealth, of something of value? He said you would give it to me. Sanatana was thinking, I have wealth? I have kopins. I have my japamala. What did he have? He was staying under a tree. He didn't have anything. He was thinking, what is Lord Shiva talking about? Oh yes, there's something I received a while back. I threw it. I think it's over there in the dust pile, in the rubbish bin, where I throw my trash. If you can find it, you can have it. So that man ran and he was searching through all of the rubbish and he found Chintamani, touchstone. Whatever you touch with it turns to gold. He was so happy, he was dancing. I have won the lottery, touching everything and it's turning to gold. He was so blissful and so happy. And he was bounding away from there and suddenly, hey, wait a second, no one gives away their greatest wealth so cheaply. If he threw that in the rubbish bin, he must have had some real great wealth. Let me go find out what that is. Because Lord Shiva said he will give me the greatest wealth. Apparently he has cheated me. I want the greatest wealth. So already he had some faith in Sanatana. Okay, you gave me this amazing thing, but I think you have something more. So he came back to Sanatana Goswami. You gave this so easily. It must not be the greatest wealth. Lord Shiva said you would give me the greatest wealth. Can I please have that? Sanatana Goswami said, of course, on one condition. You take that stone and you throw it as far as you can into Jamuna, take bath and come back and see me. So that man, with faith in Sanatana Goswami, threw that stone as far as he could into Jamuna, took bath and came back to see Sanatana Goswami. Then Sanatana Goswami gave him the greatest transcendental Chintamani, Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. He gave him Harinam. And that man stayed there with Sanatana Goswami. He followed his instruction and took shelter of Sanatana and began taking shelter of Sri Harinam Prabhu, the greatest of all treasures. This is Harinam. So gradual development of faith came in Sanatana Goswami. In the same way, when one has faith in the Vedas, then gradually they will see more and more and more. And gradually, eventually, they will come to Krishna. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Vedaishta sarvair aham eva vedya, Vedanta krit veda videva chaham. Bhagavad Gita 15:15. He says that by all of the Vedas, I can be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of the Vedanta and I am the knower of the Vedas. I am remembrance, I am knowledge, I am forgetfulness. So by Krishna, one can understand Krishna. By Krishna's desire, by Krishna's will, one will understand and know Krishna. I read from Srila Gaura Govinda Maharaj yesterday, and he was saying, how will he come to you in the form of remembrance? If he sees that in your lifetime you are making an intense endeavor to want to know him, to want to love him, then even if some terrible accident happens where you appear to be like unconscious or brain dead or whatever, but still Krishna can manifest remembrance because he is that. He can give you that knowledge, that understanding. As he says, Dadami buddhiyogam tam yena mam upayantite, I give the understanding by which they will come to me. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was speaking about these different ideas. And he said for different sectors of the community, according to their adhikar or qualification in their own progress, their own internal progress, different prescriptions have been given. So there are the karmakandis, otherwise known as karmis. Most of the people out in the world that we used to refer to as karmis are not karmis. We're like, oh my God, they're karmis. No. According to Shastra, they do not fall within the category of karmi. Karmi means one who follows the karmakanda section of the Vedas. Means they're actually observing rules and regulations in their life in order to attain the results which Shastra will tell. This is the result that will come. Most persons that we were referring to as karmis would actually be known as grihamedis. Means gross sense enjoyers. And also mlecha, yavana, meat eaters, or barbarians. Means in terms of Vedic standard, it would be considered quite barbaric. Eating flesh, having slaughterhouses, and doing all sorts of sinful activities. The kind of sinful activities that resulted in the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. So these kinds of things, this is not actually karmi. This is considered something else. But still, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mam hi parthavyapashritya yepi syu papayonaya, even those who were born in sinful situations, if somehow they receive some inclination to love and serve me and to surrender unto me, they also can attain to the highest destination. Deviyanti paramgatim, which is divine love for Krishna. So our Guru Varga, especially embodying the mood of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, would give their mercy to even the most degraded and the most fallen. How kind and how merciful are they? So now I'm coming back to point. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was mentioning these two different major sections. One is the section known as the Karmakandis or Smartas. We've heard of Smarta Brahmins. I think that's where the word smart comes from. Very knowledgeable in all kinds of mantras and everything and how to perform the rituals according to scripture. Worshipping so many devas and attaining so many results, and also doing pujas on behalf of others to give them those results. As, what do you call it? Yajman, otherwise known as Ritvik. Not the kind of Ritvik we know about, the kind of Ritvik which is mentioned in scripture. It means businessmen or anyone, they would hire any Brahmins, they would give them something, please, or kings, they would have the Brahmins performing yagyas on their behalf. So the Brahmins would be doing the yagyas, chanting the mantras, and aiming the results to that person who was orchestrating everything. And then the Brahmins would be well fed, well maintained, well taken care of. So this is the original Yajman or Ritvik. So there's two different sections. There's this Smarta section, and then there's the Paramartha section. Those who are seeking after love, devotion, and bhakti. So within the scriptures, we find that there's an interesting thing. This is what I started with. We all, in our normal calendars, we have something called leap year, right? 30 days have September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, save February. Except for February, which has 28 days. But on leap years, it has 29. Every 4 years, according to the solar calendar, there's an extra day to kind of balance out the years. But the lunar calendar is different. The lunar calendar has, every 3 years or so, has a leap month. And that month is known as Purushotam Mas. But that is for Vaishnavas, for those who are bhaktas or devotees. For the Smarta section, they call it Malmas. That means bad or dirty month. So many words which are quite unfavorable to this month. Why? It was a rejected month in all of history. Interestingly, in Vedic society, in Vedic understanding, everything has a personification. So you don't just look at a river, you understand that there's a personification of that river. So it's not just a river named Yamuna, there's also a personality named Yamuna Devi. She's a person who you can pray to. Braturandakasya pattane vipatiharini, prekshayati papino pipapasindutarini, lila madhuri virapyashesha chittavandini, mampunata sarvadara bindabandhu nandani. Praying to Yamuna Devi. Or Ganga. She's not just a river. She's also a divine personality. Knowledge or learning is not just a concept. There's a personality behind it. The goddess of knowledge or learning. That is Saraswati. The goddess of wealth. Lakshmi. So every concept has a personality behind it. And Godhead has so many personalities, and then it has the Supreme Personality. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna. And then there's that personality who he even says is my own Guru of Prem. She makes me dance in various novel ways. She is my Guru of love and affection. So our Srila Gurudev affectionately nicknamed her the superior personality of Godhead because Krishna is completely smitten by her. She even pervades his heart. Right? What is it? Pramoda Kananeshwari. She's the Ishwari of Kana, of Krishna. He even sees, oh, she is my everything. So, in this case, we understand that in Vedic understanding, everything has behind it a personality. Even in Sri Ishopanishad, the prayer is there. Please remove your dazzling effulgence so that I can see you. So there's a person behind that effulgence. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Brahmanohi Pratishta Aham. I am the source of the imperishable Brahmajyoti. That Brahmajyoti is so bright. When Hiranyakashipu was fighting with Lord Nrsingadev, he wanted to kill it. Whatever it was. He jumped with his sword into that effulgence and he could not be seen anywhere because he had entered into the effulgence of the Lord at that time with desire to fight him. How bright was Sri Narasimhadev Bhagavan. But still there was a person behind it. That personality was the personality of Godhead in the form of smashing the demons who are against the devotees and especially those who are trying to abuse innocent young devotee children. So Narasimhadev Bhagavan manifested out of the anger of the Lord, the personification of his anger to finish off the wasp-like demon Hiranyakashipu. So the Smartas, the section of population who is engaged in reward-seeking activity through the medium of following the strictures of the Vedas, they see this Purushotam as a faulty month. And interestingly enough, believe it or not, even though they might do activities of bhakti or religious activities in every other month, they consider this month to be so impure, so low, and so dirty that basically they avoid doing any spiritual or religious activity at this time for an entire month. Really, we've seen it. We're like, oh no, we're not gonna chant. We're not going to do any mantras. We're not going to do anything.
Going to the temple?
No going to the, they told, oh no, we won't go to the temple at this time. It's a dirty month. So anything to do with bhakti, anything to do with anything spiritual or religious, it's kind of like, it's a dirty month, so let's all be dirty as well. It's like that. We've met people who actually have told us like this. I think we were in Fiji at the time, weren't we? So there's this understanding, but from the Vaishnava understanding, and the Vaishnavas have also scoured the scriptures to find the paramartic or transcendental understanding of this month. There's a speciality of this month. This month was feeling very dejected. The personality of this month, the personification of this month, Mal Mas, dirty, bad, lowly month, was feeling rejected and even bullied. You know that kid in school who's bullied by everyone else? He was very upset and depressed. So this personification of this month was feeling outcast. It's kind of like, outcast. Out of caste, you're outside of Vedic culture, Vedic dharma. So he was an outcast personality. He was feeling so lowly, he took shelter of a great devotee. And I'm trying to remember the details, but I'm not going to, so I'm going to read here. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling interestingly enough, I did mention Lord Nrsimhadev and Hiranyakashipu. Remember when Hiranyakashipu gave this condition to Lord Brahma, that I will not be killed in any year. It was a leap year. That I will not be killed in any month. It was the leap month, this month, Purushotam Mas. So that's how Bhagavan, Sri Nrsimhadev, how one of the ways that he accommodated all of the conditions of Hiranyakashipu that Brahma promised by killing Hiranyakashipu in this month. Okay, so I will read this and read a little, speak a little, read a little, speak a little. This is by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, our seventh Goswami. Saptam Goswami, Satchidananda, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So from the perspective of Paramartha Shastra, means a transcendental. Param Artha means supreme destination. So from the perspective of the Paramartha Shastra, Adhimas, this month, is superior and advantageous for Hari Bhajan, for serving Krishna. On the other hand, the most worshipable Paramartha Shastra acclaims Adhimas as the most outstanding month for transcendental activities. This is the most outstanding month for transcendental activities. Since life in this world is temporary, it is not proper to spend any part of one's life meaninglessly. So imagine giving up all spiritual activities during this month, absorbing oneself only in dirty activities, and then leaving this world. What a waste. But the nature of the soul is always eternally to be the servant of Krishna. So during this month, then Paramartha Shastra says that it is, maybe you don't do everything else, but this month we can focus on Hari Bhakti, Hari Bhajan, serving Krishna. Since life in this world is temporary, it is not proper to spend any part of one's life meaninglessly. It is imperative for the jiva to remain continuously engaged in Hari Bhajan at every moment. So maybe others will say something different, but Vaishnava Shastra, Paramartha Shastra will confirm what our Guru Varga have told us. What did Rupa Goswami say? Kalam nayed akilam ityupadesha saram. The essence of all advice is that without cessation, 24 hours a day, one should engage in bhajan, in the association of pure devotees. And also in Srimad Bhagavatam, ahaitiki apratihata. Apratihata means without cessation, constantly. And then also it says nityam bhagavata sevaya, always, eternally, forever, serving Srimad Bhagavatam and the Mahabhagavat Vaishnavas. This is Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So our transcendental shastras are telling us, don't waste even one moment, for we do not know what will be our next. Every moment is valuable, so we should always serve Krishna. Like we told yesterday, Bhajahu Hari Pada Nitire. How fragile is our very fragile human form of life. Any body, any moment it can be finished. So one should always worship and serve Krishna. So who is telling us don't do any spiritual activity during this month? We should be under the guidance of Vaishnavas and hear from those who want to love or who do love Krishna. Thus, the Adhimas means this month, which comes every third year, may also become useful for Hari Bhajan. This is indeed the deep meaning of Paramartha Shastras, transcendental scriptures. Even though karmis, those who are engaged in the fruitive activity section of the Vedas, perceive this month to be devoid of all auspicious activities for the deliverance of all of the jivas. Paramartha Shastra, on the other hand, has ascertained that period, or this period, as the most conducive for Hari Bhajan. Paramartha Shastra says, Hey Jiva, that means each one of us, Hey Jiva, during this Adhimas, why should you remain lazy in Hari Bhajan? Srimad Golokanath himself has ascertained that this month is the best of all. It is superior even to the greatly pious months of Kartika, Magh, and Vaishakha. In this month, you should perform Archan, worship of Sri Radha Krishna, with special rules or moods for bhajan. You will thereby attain all types of perfection. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he tells a little history, many histories, but I'm only going to read the first. The history and glories of this month and how it received the name Purushotam. Are mentioned in the 31st chapter of the Naradiya Purana. Adhimas, this month, considered the sovereignty of the 12 months and saw that he was being slighted. So remember, there's a personality behind this time period. He went to Vaikuntha and related his dilemma to Sri Narayan. So this personality, this personification of this month, went to Vaikuntha and narrated his plight to Sriman Narayan himself. Out of compassion, Vaikuntapati, Narayan, the master of Vaikuntha, took Adhimas, this month, personification, with him and appeared before Sri Krishna in Golok. After hearing about the distress of Malmas, the impure month, Sri Krishna's heart melted and he spoke thus. So I'm just going to read a couple of lines because it's very long. Aham etar yatal loke pratita purushotamaha tatayam apilokeshu pratita purushotamaha asmai samarpita sarve ye gunamayi sangshtitaha mad sadrishyam upagamya masano madhipo bhavet. So Krishna is now speaking to Narayan. Hey Ramapati. Rama is a name for Lakshmi. So when we're chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we should not say Hare Rama, Hare Rama. It's Rama. And Rama means Lakshmi. Rama is something different. So
What Gurudev said, you don't have to say who.
once Gurudev heard someone chanting Hare Rama, and he started laughing. He said he's chanting Hare Rama, Rama, Rama. He said he's calling Lakshmi Devi. Rama is the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. When we're saying Hare, that is Srimati Radhika. Krishna is Krishna in Vrindavan. Hare is Srimati Radhika. Rama, Radharama Itiram. This is Radharaman, who is giving pleasure to Srimati Radhika and his devotees. Also, Srila Prabhupada writes about this in his purports. Ramanye Ramana Api Itiramaha. So if you can find that Jiva Pavana Prabhu, that would be very interesting to see. If you can't find it, I have posted it on my Facebook page somewhere, but I'm not sure exactly where. So here, Krishna of Goloka Vrindavan is speaking to Sriman Narayan, Hey Ramapati, hey Pati, maintainer, master, protector of Lakshmi Devi. Just as I am celebrated in this world by the name Purushottama. Purusha Uttama means the supreme controller, or the supreme Lord of everything. Similarly, this Adhimas, this month, too will be renowned in the world by the name Purushottama. Now I offer all of my qualities to this month, becoming like me. From today onwards, this Adhimas is the monarch of all other months. So now this month has become the supreme over all other months and is the most worshipable and most adorned in this world, in the world. All other months are sakam. That is, they will grant worldly desires. This month, however, is nishkam. Those who worship this month, either without any desires, akama, or with all types of desires, will have all of their karmas burnt. That's powerful. Whether one worships this month, which is non-different from Krishna, with a heart full of material desires, or without any desires within their heart whatsoever, still all of their karmas will be burnt. This is an opportunity for those who are actually really aspiring to move forward on the path of bhakti. Honestly, to make rapid progress on the path of bhakti, and this month won't come around for another 3 years. So we don't know what's going to happen between now and 3 years from now, but we have an opportunity now. So even if you have all kinds of desires or with no desires at all of one's karmas will be burnt. Then they will achieve me. So Krishna is giving this benediction and blessing. My bhaktas sometimes make offenses, but in this Purushotam month, they will be protected from committing any offense. In this Adhimas, in this month, those greatly foolish persons who neglect to perform auspicious activities. Now Krishna is speaking what appears to be opposite from other sections of the Vedas. That's why we must be under guidance. Jaha Bhagavata Para Vaishnavirasthane. If you want to know the truth, if you want to understand Krishna, you must take shelter of his pure devotee who can translate him to you. Otherwise, it is very difficult. Wait a second, in the Vedas it says this here, and here it says something different. How do I reconcile? That's why Srila Gurudev said, our Goswamis, Vande Rupa Sanatano, Raghujugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. They are like swans. Kujat Ko Kilahangsa Sagana Kirne Mayurakule. They are able to extract milk from water. Most of us, if it's mixed, we couldn't do so, but they have that special capacity to extract the milk from water. Also, we see it in that bhajan, glorifying Rupa Goswami, Nirakila Hangsana Pana Vidayana, Gona Prataka Karipayata. So Rupa Goswami has this capacity, our Goswamis have this capacity. So our Srila Gurudev said so many things are told in the Vedas and in the scriptures, and all of the Puranas, Upanishads, everything. So many things are told. What our Goswamis have extracted, he said, you can trust 100%. so many other things might also have material results. As we know, Vyasa had already separated the one original Veda into 4. Rig, Sama, Yajur, Atharva. And then there were so many supplementary literatures known as Puranas, and then Upanishads, Itihasas, and etc. But still, Vyasadeva was not satisfied. Why? Because most of it aimed at Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. And even that moksha was only freedom from material suffering, but it was not really about how to actually permanently liberate or free the jiva from the bindings of this material world. Mundane religiosity, mundane economic development, mundane sense gratification, and freedom from the suffering of this material world, but it was lacking in something. What is that? Prema. So that's why Narada Muni came and told him, you're not satisfied because you have given the world everything about Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha, but you have failed to give them that thing which will actually truly satisfy them forever. Yato bhaktir adhokshaje. Love and affection for Krishna. So Narada Muni instructed his disciple Vyasadeva, you should enter deep inside. There you should see within your samadhi. You should take darshan of Krishna in relationship with his devotees and the nature of their reciprocation of love and affection. And you should manifest a beautiful scripture. So through his samadhi trance, Vedavyas witnessed all the sweet pastimes of Krishna. And from that manifested the most beautiful transcendental scripture. It's called the beautiful Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is considered the ripened fruit of all Vedic literature. Nigamakalpa taror galitam phalam. The ripened fruit, which he wrote in his maturity, the natural commentary on all Vedanta Sutra. Vedvyas gave this. So from this katha, which is there in Srimad Bhagavatam, we can understand that so many things are given in the scriptures, but not everything is actually favorable for a one-pointed devotee of the Lord who wants to learn, who wants to develop their love and affection for Krishna. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, who is experiencing the moods of love that Srimati Radhika has for Krishna, has manifested in the form of Sri Shachinandan Gaur Hari Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he has said, Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost, spotless, transcendental evidence. Amal. There's no mal in it. Remember, this month was known as Mal Mas. Dirty or bad. Faulty. But Krishna changed that. So here, Krishna is saying, and this is contrary to what those other Smarta scriptures are telling. What Krishna is telling here in Naradiya Purana is different from other places in the scriptures. So this is proof that there are certain scriptures which are attractive to certain kinds of individuals because of their level of adhikar or qualification. There are tamasic scriptures. Means for those who are in the mode of ignorance, then so many different layers, worshipping ghosts and dark things, black magic and dark arts and all of this kind of stuff. Then there are other scriptures which are more rajasic based, mode of passion. Then there are sattvic scriptures, more goodness based. Then there are those which are directly related to bhakti, love and devotion, bhav, transcendental loving mood and prema, development of our eternal loving relationship with Krishna, where the heart will spontaneously flow with love and affection. So everything is there. Everything is there. That's why it is said we must always be under the guidance of Braj Rasik Bhavuk Tishtam Prajetat Anuragi Jananugami. Braj Rasik Bhavuk Vaishnava, whose heart is overflowing with transcendental attachment, affection, love and seva for Krishna. Then we can be saved from the possibility of being caught by all of that other stuff which can actually take us far away from love and devotion or bhakti for the Lord. So now, Krishna here is saying, I just want to go back one. Krishna is saying that if one observes and follows this month, they will be protected from committing any offense. So we've heard that in chanting Harinam, there's some conception or consideration of aparad. It is called Nam Aparad. But in chanting the names Nitai Gauranga, there's no conception of aparad, no offense. So when one chants the names Nitai Gauranga, then that clears the path for us to take shelter of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we always start first by calling out for the mercy of Guru, then Vaishnavas, then Rupa Goswami, Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Sachinandan Gaurahari Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then we come to Radha Krishna, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So in this month, also, it is apparent by the words of Krishna that his devotees will be protected from committing any offense. So in this month, those greatly foolish persons who neglect to perform auspicious activities, and Krishna is calling those who are following that section foolish. Like he says in Bhagavad Gita, those who worship the demigods for material benefit, they're doing it in a wrong way. They actually don't understand that all of the potency that those devas have comes from me alone. So they're worshipping them for material things. They're doing sacrifice for them, but really I am the one who's providing everything. So Krishna also was saying that it is foolish to worship like that. So in this way also, those greatly foolish persons who neglect to perform auspicious activities, such as japa, such as giving in charity, visiting and bathing in the holy places, and who are envious of the Brahmins, are deemed wicked, unfortunate, and living at the cost of others. Thus they will not attain a cent of happiness, even in their dreams. Conversely, those who are filled with bhakti will take advantage of this Purushotam month to perform archan of me, means worship of me, after enjoying worldly happiness. Now we should not serve this month for this purpose, but still these kinds of benedictions are given after enjoying worldly happiness, such as wealth, sons, and so on. They will eventually attain residence in Golok. So Krishna here is saying that if you serve me, everything will be taken care of. Especially for bhaktas. This is actually the definition of Shraddha. That I will maintain what you have. I will preserve what you have, and I will give what you lack. Right? Ananyaschintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. For one who surrenders unto me exclusively, I will carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. And this is proven also through Shraddha, this mood, this faith, this dedication, that if I simply serve Krishna, if I simply follow the path of bhakti, then automatically all of my obligations are taken care of. There is nothing to worry about, nothing to do, Baba, nothing to do, as Srila Gaura Govinda Maharaj would say. And this is also told in the 6 symptoms of Sharanagati. Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya vajanam, rakshishyatiti vishvasa. Krishna is my only protector. Goptritve varanam tata. Krishna is my only maintainer. So to have that faith, here Krishna is saying, who serves this month, who serves me by honoring me in this month, then they will have everything that they need, and at the end, they will also eventually attain residence in Goloka. So time is coming close to the end, not exactly yet, but I wanted to share what our Srila Gurudev also said, and he gave the prescription. There's so many other things that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur told. I don't know if it's been posted anywhere, but he went very deeply into this subject. He brought out all the glories of this Purushotam month from all of the transcendental literatures. One devotee asked me today, so what exactly are we supposed to do? Anything special? Anything different? And what our Srila Gurudev prescribed was pretty much the same thing that we're normally supposed to do. But he said, just make sure that you do it, that you observe that standard. Like in Kartik, how we follow a strict standard during Kartik, a sadhana. And it's like maybe a tapasya, there's some austerity there. But every day, making sure that we do certain things. So Srila Gurudev mentioned some of the things that we should do. That we should always take shelter of our Harinam, chant our prescribed amount of Harinam. If we have received Diksha mantras, we should chant our Diksha mantras at the proper time, with faith, with regard. We should wake up early at the time before Mangalarti, and we should perform Mangalarti. We should be there for Mangalarti. This is what Srila Gurudev is telling. If we can't be in the temple, then Mangalarti at home, wherever we are. We should worship Tulsi Devi. He said, without the mercy of Vrinda Devi, one cannot obtain the mercy of Krishna. So on this month, we should circumambulate Tulsi Devi every day and put at least a couple drops of water, and we should pray to her for her mercy. We know that she can give Krishna Bhakti, Vishnu Bhakti, Krishna Bhakti, Prade Devi. She can award that. So he said it is very important that we worship Tulsi Devi at this time. That we shouldn't eat any bhoga. That we should only take those things which are offered and which are offerable. So for those devotees who like to eat other substances periodically, maybe have a little bit lax diet, they should avoid those things. What? One thing I found with the vegan diet is that there are a lot of products out there which are made with other substances. And those substances are also not offerable to Krishna. Eating out, eating foodstuffs which are kind of prepared and things like that, they're really not offerable to Krishna. So our Gurudev was saying that we should, and it's not just the vegan diet, there's so many different diets, but we should only take that which is first offered to the Lord, which means it should be offerable to the Lord. Take Mahaprashadam. Actually, he said, don't take Mahaprashadam, don't eat Mahaprashadam. Rather, we should serve Krishna in the form of Mahaprashadam. We should serve Krishna. We should not chant anything or do our rounds. Rather, we should serve Radha and Krishna in the form of their holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And then he said that we should also do all of our stabas and stutis every day. I remember when I was massaging Gurudev, I massaged him many, many times. Whenever I was, wherever he was in the world and I was there, I would massage him practically every day, sometimes morning and evening. And he was always, at that time, chanting all of the ashtakams. So he would chant Shad Goswami Ashtakam, Guru Ashtakam, Shad Goswami Ashtakam, Nityananda Ashtakam, Chaitanya Ashtakam, Radhika Ashtakam, Jamuna Ashtakam, Lalita Ashtakam, you name it. Govardhana Ashtakam, so many. Namami Nandarandanam, Radha Krip Kataksha. He was just completely absorbed. Whatever we were doing externally, he was internally absorbed. Taking shelter of all of those transcendental personalities through those transcendental words in those prayers, those beautiful prayers. So he said we should do our kirtan, our morning kirtans, our evening kirtans, like we do before class here every day. And then he mentioned something specific. He said also we should chant Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. So I guess we'll do that at the end here. Every day we should chant Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. And then, let me see, there's a couple other things, and I don't want to miss anything here. So, let's see, Srila Gurudev also told It's just essential. So of course, sadhu sangha, associating with pure devotees, hearing from them with faith, hearing harikatha, waking up early, putting on tilak, all of these things which our acharyas have given us, they're not meaningless. Every single thing has so much depth and so much meaning. Otherwise, they would not have given it to us to do. And they themselves would not be wasting their time doing it either. Because they're seeking after that highest transcendental goal. And they're also trying to inspire us for attaining that. And giving us all of their shortcuts. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Follow Purushotam month. Honor this month. Very quickly you will attain perfection. Just follow this process. It's like a science. So performing all sandhya practices, the spiritual duties of the morning, noon, and evening, particularly those in the early morning, chanting our Diksha mantras with faith, observing arti, doing the kirtans, chanting Jai Radhe Jai Krishna. Oh, and at the same time performing Tulsi Parikrama. Well, we're not going to be able to do Tulsi Parikrama at this moment, but by mind, by heart we can. We'll chant Jai Radhe Jai Krishna. Also offer some drops of water to Tulsi Devi, do Parikrama and Kirtan daily. Offer all bhoga to Radha Krishna, Mahaprabhu or your Thakurji. Now this part I find very important because he's telling us how to enter more deeply into the moods. Not just the external activities, but the mood inside. Don't take Mahaprasad. Don't eat Mahaprasad. You should serve Mahaprasad. And that means by heart doing Mahaprasad Seva. Oh Krishna, you are non-different. Mahaprasade Govinde. You are non-different. This is non-different from Krishna. This is Rasastali. We've spoken about it before. You should not chant Harinam, you should serve Harinam Prabhu. Right? Harinam, there's no difference between Krishna and his name. Abhinatva nama namino. So instead of chanting, I'm chanting Hare Krishna, I'm doing my rounds. Instead, one should approach Harinam as you are Krishna and I am approaching to serve you. Don't hear Harikatha. Rather, you should serve Harikatha with your ears. It's amazing how just that little difference, that little shift, that makes the difference between ritual and Krishna consciousness, or being conscious of Krishna. Oh, it's time for Harikatha. Okay, I have to go and hear Harikatha. It's time for Kirtan. I have to go do Kirtan. It's time for Prashadam. Okay, now I get to eat Prashadam. It's time for me to chant my Harinam. But just that one little shift. All of it is for the service of Krishna. It's all for the pleasure of Krishna. Let me approach it with that mood. Then suddenly it's not a ritualistic activity anymore. It actually becomes an anga of bhakti. It becomes a limb a limb of bhakti, of devotional service, because it's service now, it's not a ritual. So instead of doing something, oh my God, I have to do this, instead of being a begrudging thing or just something that I have to do, or the ritual, which can actually become like karma kanda, instead of that, we're doing it. Karma kanda means reward-seeking activity. We change the consciousness, flip it over, and make it. This is for serving Krishna. My ears are serving Harikatha, which is non-different from Krishna. This is how I can utilize my ears in serving Krishna. How do I utilize my mouth in serving Krishna? Sharira avidyaja jadandriya tahekal jive thele vishaya sagore tar madhye jivayati lobhamoy sadurmati takajita kutina sangsare Krishna borodoyamoy karivare jivajoy swaprashadana dilobhai sayanamritapa radha Krishna gunagav premidako chaitanya nitai. Now you're all hungry, I can see everyone's salivating. But that's not the purpose of this prayer. Sharira avidyaja, this material body is like liquid ignorance. We've said a lump of ignorance, but it's just, 80% water? Liquid ignorance. Jitendriya tahekal. These senses are dragging us to hell. Jive phele vishaya sagare. This sense of the tongue is very, very like an ocean of sense enjoyment. Vishaya sagare. Dharma de jiva ati. Among all of the senses, this tongue is certainly lobhamoy, the most greedy, and sudurmati, the most wicked. Takejita kutina samsare. Of all of the senses, it is the most voracious, it is the most uncontrollable. But Krishna Borodoyamoy, oh Krishna, you are so merciful. Doyamoy means extremely merciful. Boro means extremely. Koribare jivajoy. You have given something to help conquer, control this tongue. Svaprashad, your own mercy. Prashad doesn't mean food, it means mercy. So his mercy is coming in this form. So now let's take this mercy of Krishna to our full satisfaction. And while taking this prashad, while receiving this mercy, Radha Krishna Gunagao, one should glorify the names, forms, qualities, and pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Qualities here means guna. But qualities, names, forms, all are the same. And in love, with love, preme dako, call out loudly, Chaitanya Nitai, call out the names of Nitai Gauranga. This is what that prayer is saying. So Gurudev said before honoring and serving Mahaprasad, we should say this prayer every time. So, and then he tells us, we should never go to see the deities. Rather, we should think, I am going before the deity so that he may see me. Now, we just spoke about this the other day. We should try to be in such a way that Krishna will want to see us. What can I see with my material eyes? You cannot see the deities, Gurudev says, but you can pray, oh, please see me. Please give me your mercy. I cannot see you. With these eyes, I see you as a statue made of stone, gold, copper, or brass. Krishna is not like this, and Mahaprabhu is also not like this. So we should pray, please see me. And if Krishna so chooses, right? Krishna says, I give you the divine eyes by which you can see me. I will give the understanding by which you will come to me. I am remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Only by undivided love and devotion can you see me as I am in truth, Krishna says. So we should have this understanding when we're approaching even the deity form, or Archa Vigraha, the worshipful deity form of Krishna. Gurudev says, therefore try to follow these rules and regulations so that this month will be successful. So because this month is non-different from Krishna, we should look at it like one long, solid Janmashtami. Except we don't have to fast every day from grains. So how about that? We get to observe this month, to honor this month, or like one long Ekadashi. What kind of benefit comes? And no offense, but we can make so many endeavors on the path of bhakti. And the result of it is amazing. It's like a super empowered month. The monarch of all months, non-different from Krishna himself, appearing to us in a form of extended time. One whole month. Purushotam month. So this month is non-different from Krishna. And just like Ekadashi, when Ekadashi comes, Madhavatiti Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kori. Madhavatiti means the days of Krishna, like Ekadashi, Janmashtami, Ramnami, Gaur Purnima, etc. Narasingha Chaturdashi, Mahamandvadashi, Varahadvadashi. These time periods and Ekadashi, they are known as the days of Krishna. Madhavatiti, sorry, it means not the day. The time period. Madhavatiti is not a day, it's a time period. And Krishna is fully present within that time. They awaken bhakti, bhakti janani, give birth to devotion, love and devotion in our heart. if we follow them very carefully. Jatane palana kori. Krishna basati. Krishna resides within these time periods. So this time period right now, Purushotam Mas, or the month of Krishna, Purushotam, is Krishna residing in this time period. All of his qualities, all of the benefits that one gets while serving Krishna on Janmashtami or Ram Navami or Ekadashi like this, also are present within this Purushotam month. This is also Madhava Titi, or the time period of Madhava Krishna, or Purushotam. So we have such an opportunity in this month to make rapid progress on the path of bhakti. And it's not just one day, it's one whole month of absorption in nectar. I noticed that the audio seva team for our Srila Gurudev has promoted that every single day they're going to be posting lectures from Srila Gurudev, special lectures during this month that one can avail themselves of to receive the opportunity to hear from the pure devotee. So I recommend very highly that one should take advantage of the offering that they are giving to share that Hari Katha with us, that we might also utilize our ears in the service of Krishna by hearing that Hari Katha. So we have such an opportunity. Oh, we must serve this month like a month-long Ekadashi. The idea is, yes, this is the same. It's Madhavatiti. So Krishna is manifested in this period of time to give us, jivas, right? Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, hey jivas. No, was it Krishna saying that? Anyhow, all of us the opportunity to make rapid progress on the path of bhakti. So in the middle of the craziest time this world has ever seen, or at least in the lifetimes of almost everyone who's alive today, we have the opportunity to maximize our spiritual benefit. And one of the things that Srila Gurudev said, which was also quite essential, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur also said it, that one should avoid Gramya Katha and worldly-minded association, taking association of all mundane things. And one should concentrate their full energy in remembering and serving Krishna's names, form, qualities, and pastimes in the association of his devotees. So, really the essence of all advice applies to this particular month. Tannama rupa charitari sikittananu smrityo kramena rasanamanasim niyojya tishtham rajetat anuragi jananugami kalam nayat akilam ityupadesha saram. Rupa Goswami is saying the essence of all advice is 24 hours a day without cessation. Kalam nayat, without cessation. One should, in the association of Anuragi Jan, those devotees whose hearts are overflowing with love and affection for Krishna, in the particular mood that we are aspiring to, that our Gurudev has indicated to us at the time of initiation, what we should aspire for. In that association, we should always do Sukirtan, means deep absorbed kirtan, glorification of Krishna's names, nama, rupa, forms, charita, qualities, adi, and pastimes, and so forth at this time. So we have such an opportunity. We should maximize this opportunity with every possible moment that we can spare. We must do other things to survive, but we have such an amazing gift which has come into our lives in the form of this transcendental time period, Purushotam month, so we can take advantage of it fully, and this will catapult us thousands of times forward on this path of bhakti. So Shri Purushotam Mas Ki Jai. So I know it's a little late, but I said we will chant Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, and Jaya Vrindavan. So we'll go here. Because I didn't chant it today, and Srila Gurudev recommended we chant it every day. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. Where is it? Oh. 150 in the songbook. And maybe Jiva Pavana Prabhu can please post. I'm so excited about this month. I pray that I will be able to also apply myself fully, or more fully. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madonna Mohan, Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madonna Mohan, Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan, Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan, Kalindi Jamuna Jayo Jayo Mahamon, Kalindi Jamuna Jayo Jayo Mahamon, Keshi Ghato Vamshivato Dvadashakano, Keshi Ghato Vamshivato Dvadashakano, Jaha Sab Leela Koino Shri Nandananda, Jaha Sab Leela Koino Shri Nandananda, Shri Nanda Jashoda Jaya, Jaya Gopal, Shri Nanda Jashoda Jaya, Jaya Gopal, Shri Damadi Jaya Jaya Dhenu Vatsaga, Shri Damadi Jaya Jaya Dhenu Vatsaga, Jaya Vrishabhanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari, Jaya Vrishabhanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari, Jaya Purno Masi Jaya Jaya Purno Masi Jaya जयो रामो घातो जयो रोहिणी नंदन जय रामो घातो जय रोहिणी नंदन जय जय वृंदावन वासी जतो जय जय वृंदावन वासी जतो जय द्विज पत्नी जय नागो कन्या गो जय द्विज पत्नी जय नाग कन्या गो भक्ति तेजाहारो अयो गोविंद चरा भक्ति तेजाहारो अयो गोविंद चरा श्रीरास मंदलो जय जय राधा श्याम श्रीरास मंदलो जय जय राधा श्याम जय जय रासलीला सर्वो मनोराम जय जय रास लीला सर्वो मनोराम Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Shri Shinitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Shri Gurudev ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Bhan Guru Varga ki Jai, Shri Nityanand Prabhu ki Jai, Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki Jai, Radha Vino Bihari Ju ki Jai, Radha Raju ki Jai, Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai, Shri Purushotam Mas ki Jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Govinda Madhaveti, Govinda Madhaveti, Govinda बिहारी लाल की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। Guru Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
So thank you all very much for being with us today, giving us the opportunity to remember the beautiful teachings of our Gurudev and our Guru Varga, and especially to remember and glorify and pray for entrance into this beautiful transcendental time period, Shri Purushotam Mas, the supreme month. Like Kartik, this is the month of Krishna. So how do you please Krishna? Chant Radha Kripakataksha Stavaraja, glorify Srimati Radhika, and then glorify Radha and Krishna together, and glorify Mahaprabhu, like Janmashtami. So, and also I wanted to thank you all very much for giving us this opportunity to follow the order of our Gurudev and serve him by being able to follow that order. By doing this, you are indebting us to you, so thank you so much. And also we look forward to being with you tomorrow, continuing, going beyond Vaikuntha together. And Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radha Vino Bihari Ju ki Jai, Shri Sachinandana Gaur Hari ki Jai.
Radhe Radhe,
Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe,
Nilavam.
Nilavam.